Kirsan Engineering is a contract manufacturer of precision CNC machine products located in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. They also provide customers with secondary services such as subassembly, finishing of all types, and heat treating. Kirsan regularly works with a wide variety of metals including aluminum, brass, steel, and stainless steel forgings and castings. Kirsan strives to be one of the best in the precision machining industry, and it uses its lean manufacturing and a strong commitment to quality to get there. Kirsan opened its doors recently as General Manager Jerry Ring sat down to show us what's made in Pleasant Prairie.
The Kirsan tool was started in Franklin Park back in 1964, I think it was, and was started by a couple of guys that just did tool design and actually got into plastic injection molding. And they had 3 or 4 buildings, and they moved to Pleasant Prairie back in, I think, 1991 is when they moved to Pleasant Prairie. They kind of moved away from their customer base. A couple of their customers went to offshore all their product to China. Things got a little different, and at that time, Osenko purchased them. They had a relationship. They made molds for plastic molds for Osenko, and at that point, Osenko had bought them. Long term, their objective was to try and have a machining source for their products. They lost their facility, and we moved to Kenosha to lower our overhead, to kind of re-establish us as a contract manufacturer, stayed there for about 10 years until we could afford to move into our own facility closer to Osenko. It made a lot more sense for Pleasant Prairie, and into a nicer development closer to the highway, easier for our customers to get to, and obviously easier for transportation back and forth to the tollway. Changed our name from when Osenko bought us to Kirsan Engineering, and got a full-time engineer now. And again, like I said, we're more dedicated or committed to contract manufacturing. We also offer now as a marketing strategy vendor managed inventory services. And what I mean by that is we have a delivery service. We can do that depending on the volumes. We'll do that daily, or we'll do it once a month, once a week, whatever mandates by the customer's requirements. And we'll offer services such as we'll reverse engineer. If you've got a product you don't have a drawing for, we can produce those drawings for you. We can actually consign the inventory, so you really don't pay for it until we deliver the next time we deliver the parts. So in other words, you'll basically eliminate the need for your inventory control and your purchasing. You give us a one-time annual blanket, and then we'll just give you an invoice every time we deliver the parts. We'll come do your inventory control at pre-established with the customer volumes. So once you're down to 1 part or 0 parts, then we'll come and deliver more parts. So that has been a real market boom for us, and how we've really grown with a lot of our customers. Some customers we started with 2 or 3 parts, and now we're well over 900 parts. Our typical quantities are anywhere from 5 parts to we've got a couple parts that are well over 100,000 parts, 150,000 parts a year. Many of our products, like I said, we'll go from raw material, whether it would be bar stock, extrusions, castings. We actually take that from usually it's from an approved supplier from our customer, or specified by our customer-owned molds, and we take on that responsibility ourselves. We'll buy the material, keep it in inventory, machine all the parts. We'll actually figure out all the requirements to do the manufacturing with that. What I mean by that is what machine it goes on, how to process the part, design the fixture in-house, build the fixture in-house, purchase all the tooling, design the process, purchase all the tooling, keep all the tooling in stock for replenishment. Machine the part complete. We try and do everything in one operation. Really improves the quality of the part a lot if we can get it done in one operation. 1 or 2 operations, we finish the part, and then we'll actually send it to, we have an independent or a dedicated area. We do all of our deburring. Many of the parts are deburred, and sometimes it actually takes, it's a critical operation, and sometimes it actually takes longer to deburr the parts than it does to actually machine the parts. But in many of the applications, it's their rescue oxygen systems that we are producing. So it's very critical that we get these parts deburred properly. And there's a lot of skill involved in that, and tools required to complete that. Past that, we do an inspection in between every operation, and then we'll actually send that out. Most of our products, almost every one of them, has some type of heat treat, grinding, plating, anodizing, painting. We do get into painting, and many of the parts will actually come back after that, and we'll do some secondary operations with whether it be complete assembly of the product or pressing bearings in, adding fasteners, adding helicoils, that type of thing. We can offer all those services to our customers. We also do balancing, material removal balancing for one of our customers here. We can offer that service. Anything that the customer was looking for to add value, and we think we can do that without, that makes sense for both of our companies, we will offer those services. But all the typical secondary services we don't do in-house, but we have approved suppliers that we visit every year and approve them per our ISO quality requirements, and we provide those services, and then we get back into the delivery of the product and inventorying the product for our customers. I've been here about almost 12 years now, and after the first 2 years, we had about, out of the 10 years, we've grown more than 30% every year. And out of those years, we've also had more booked business going into the next year than we actually shipped the previous year. So that's pretty strong. I mean, when you can sit there and whatever your end of the year is, ours is actually not in December, but to sit there and say, okay, you know, I've sold X this year, but I've already got more orders to book next year than I did ship this year. So, and that's a testament to what you've done in the past and your customers too. Quality control. Kirsan puts this number one in for our customers, and the way we do our business. We showcased it right in the middle of our facility, built a brand new facility inside of our office just for the quality department. Redid the floor, bought all new furniture for it. We use an outside firm to calibrate all of our gauges. We have pretty much all the standard gauging that most companies have. But all the calibration is done by an outside firm, traceable back to NIST. Everything's, all the documentation is on the internet, and our customers and ourselves can pull that documentation off the internet anytime they would like. We have a coordinate measuring machine, comparator, hardness tester. Again, all pretty much standard tools, but it's not really the tools, I think, that make the quality number one. It's the management belief and our dedication and commitment to it. Not as just the quality, the cleanliness in the shop. It's paramount and number one for Kirsan, and that's why we showcase it and put it right up in front of the building.